Hello and welcome everyone. So today we are here again with our discussion on the monthly magazine of KGS. And today we will be talking about a very important topic, something which has today captured the political landscape of India. And the topic is the, of course, the special intensive revision, that is SIR. Now, SIR is in news again because just a few months ago, before the Bihar elections, the SIR was conducted in the state of Bihar. And there also, there were some political no concerns related to it. Some the opposition political parties raised certain concerns related to, and now it has been now conducted again by the election commission. And this time, the election commission has now not only restricted the SIR to a particular state, rather, it has now rolled it out for 12 states and union territories. And the states that are there, that is the 9 states that are there, where it is being conducted as of now, is the states of Tamil Nadu, West Bengal, Kerala, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, Goa, and Gujarat. These are the states where it is being conducted. Now, important here is that if you look at certain states here, like the state of Tamil Nadu and the state of West Bengal, the state of Tamil Nadu and the state of West Bengal, it has been in news, specifically in the state of West Bengal. The reason is that the concerns related to illegal migrants who have acquired voting rights is more in the state of West Bengal because of its geographical proximity to Bangladesh. Okay, so it has been a lot in news for the state of West Bengal. Though there have been concerns that have been raised related to SIR, not no, in only in these states, rather in all states, mostly the states which are being ruled by opposition political parties, it has been concerns have been raised, but still primarily in the state of West Bengal. Okay, so politically speaking, why it was in news, we have understood. But more importantly, let's get into a bit of more details, try and understand what is SIR and what is the importance of it, what are the concerns related to it. Okay. Now, now because we know that it is in news, because it is being conducted, this is the 2.0 version of it, and it is being conducted in 9 states and union territories of Puducherry, Andaman and Nicobar, as well as Lakshadweep. Okay. Now, as you can see, in the states of Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Puducherry, West Bengal, in these states and the Puducherry, the Union Territory, elections are due next year. That is in 2020. You can say 2026 and 2027 elections will be conducted in these states. Okay. Now, if you look at the in the state of Assam, you look at the state of Assam. Why is it important in the state of Assam? For the state of Assam, the SIR is being taken up, and the NRC, which has been talked about, it is right now pending. Okay, so there have been some details that have been done. To a certain extent, there is an overlap that you will see. Okay. Now, let's come to understanding of some highlights related to SIR 2.0. Okay. So what are the highlights? See the key highlights. Let's talk about the key highlights here. First of all, in this phase, what you will see is that the house to house enumeration will take place for the month of, from the month of November till the December 4th. Okay. So for 1 month, from December 4th to December, from November 4th to December 4th, there will be a house to house enumeration that would be done. Draft electoral rolls will be published on December 9th. Okay. It would be published on December 9th. And the claims and objection period. After the claims and objection period, the final electoral roll will be released on February 7th, 2026. So there is a considerable time period which has been taken by the election commission in order to address the claims that is there. Obviously, there would be revisions that would be done, like it was done even in the state of Bihar. Okay. Now, in this phase, the election commission has expanded the list of documents and it has added Aadhaar. So initially, when the SIR was conducted for the state of Bihar, initially election commission did not accept Aadhaar as a valid proof. Okay, it was only after the directions that was given by the no by the Supreme Court that the Aadhaar was accepted. This time, the election commission has already added Aadhaar as a valid proof. Okay, moving on. Along with this, you can see Aadhaar can be submitted as a proof of identity and not citizenship, while in Bihar, SIR roll came submitted as a proof of the elector's parents. Okay, so if you look at what happened in the state of Bihar, see, this is not only for the state of Bihar. Aadhaar as it is not accepted as a citizenship proof. Okay. In fact, if you see UPSC prelims examination, I think it was the year 2014 or 2015 prelims examination, where this specific question was asked related to Aadhaar, whether Aadhaar is a citizenship proof or not, and Aadhaar is not. Okay. Aadhaar is not considered as a citizenship proof. Okay. Now, if you look at this point, what does it say? Aadhaar can be submitted as a proof of identity and not citizenship. Okay, because of course it is not a proof of citizenship. While the Bihar SIR roll can be submitted as a proof of the elector's parents. Okay, so the elector's parents that are there, the elector's parents, that proof was accepted. Okay. Now, in most of these states, the SIR last was carried out between 2002 and 2004. Okay, the electors will be mapped to the previous SIR roll, and those who cannot trace themselves or their parents or their relatives on the list would be required to submit documents and establish their eligibility afresh. Very simple. The process that is there, the process says that if the previous SIR that was conducted between 2002-2004, if your name was there or your parents' name were there or relatives' names was there, in that case, you can be easily mapped. But if that is not there, then you will be required to submit the necessary eligibility proof. Okay. Now, let's now get into the details of understanding what exactly are the legal basis of what is the legal basis of this very idea. So let's try and understand in details what is what is the SIR and about the electoral rolls process. Now, of course, the provisions, electoral rolls that is prepared, the constitution also gives the authority to prepare electoral rolls to the Election Commission of India, and accordingly the Representation of People's Act 1950 also does what? Also empowers the Election Commission to prepare electoral rolls. Okay. Under the Registration of Electors Rule 1960, the electoral rolls can be revised either intensively or summarily, or partly intensively or partly summarily by the Election Commission of India. In very simple sense, what you have to understand is that the Election Commission of India is authorized to conduct SIR, whether it is a special intensive review of electors, or for that matter there is a summary review rather than an intensive review. The Election Commission is empowered to do that. Okay. What is SIR? SIR is a large scale door to door verification drive. that is conducted by the Election Commission to secure accuracy of electoral rolls. So when it comes to the electoral rolls, the previous electoral rolls that are there, the electors who are mentioned there, no, that is taken as the basis, and accordingly it is done what it is no a detailed review is conducted, so that to ensure that there is accuracy, the voters whose name are appearing, they are also voters. It's no, obviously things, demography changes, people are added, some people pass away, so they are removed from the list. This is a continuous exercise, but last time it was conducted, as you can see, in 2002 2004. Okay, now what is the constitutional basis of this idea? Article 324, Article 326. 324 says what? It is the, when it comes to the Election Commission of India, it is this institution which has the power to superintendence, direct or control of elections. When you look at Article 326, it does what? When it comes to the elections to the Lok Sabha or the state assemblies, it is to be held on the basis of adult suffrage, with all citizens above the age of 18 years being eligible to vote. So Article 326 talks about the principle of adult suffrage, and Article 324 gives the power to the Election Commission of India to superintendence, direction or control of election, including preparation of electoral rolls, if you look at Article 324. Representation of People's Act does what? Very important. And this is where what you have to understand is that SIR, the legality of it, the constitutional validity of it, as well as the Election Commission's power to conduct it, all of it is mentioned in these provisions. If you look at what Section 16 says, Section 16 of the Representation of People's Act 1950, it says that non-citizens are barred from being registered in the electoral roll. So if you are not a citizen of India, you cannot participate in the electoral process. It is very simple. It's mentioned in the law, which means it becomes in a way the duty of Election Commission of India to ensure that as far as possible the electoral rolls that are prepared and the participants, those people who are registered there, are only those individuals who are citizens of India, and non-citizens are barred. Secondly, Section 21 of the Representation of People's Act explicitly says preparation and revision of electoral rolls can be done. Section 21 clause 2 says that normal, annual or general revision of electoral rolls. So it empowers that the revision of electoral rolls will be done. Because, and I'm emphasizing on this particular point because politically during the parliamentary debates, this question has been raised by the opposition parties that the Election Commission is not empowered to do so. The Election Commission has the Election Commission does not have any authority to establish citizenship of an individual or to ask for citizenship of an individual. This is one of the primary political arguments that has been presented by the opposition party. So is this political argument correct? Answer to it is no, because as you can see, the Election Commission under the Representation of People's Act is authorized to do so. Okay, now moving on, there are a few other sections also here. Let's look at that. Section 21 clause 3, it talks about ECI can direct a special revision, including special intensive revision for any constituency or a part of constituency, which means there is legal basis for the Election Commission to conduct such a revision. Okay, moving on. You can see the history here. The history of it, 1952 to 56, it was conducted. 57 to 66, again it was conducted. 83 to 89, it was conducted. 93 to 95, again it was conducted. 2002 to 2004 was the last time when SIR was conducted, and now since 2025 it has been restarted again. Okay, why is there a need for conducting an SIR? Let's look at it from both we have to look at it from administrative perspective also, because as a civil service aspirant, you need to understand the administrative reasons behind it. Of course, synchronizing the latest demographic realities, which means that what we need to do is we need to ensure that the current demography, that means the people who are no new voters, they are added. People who have maybe passed away, they are excluded. If there are people who have changed constituencies, they are also excluded. This is ensuring that the demographic reality is synchronized. Second, updating electoral rolls. That means we need to continuously update electoral rolls. Thirdly, universal adult franchise. That means those individuals who are newly eligible for voting, they should have they should have the right to exercise their constitutional right, which can be done through SIR. And equal voting rights. That means eliminating duplication. So it's not that if I'm suppose a voter registered here, am I also a voter registered somewhere else? So I can exercise my rights in both constituencies, which is not something which should happen. Okay. So that is why it is required. What are the concerns and challenges? Mass disenfranchisement. That means the focus has been that as the political criticism goes, that most of the individuals that are there, they are being subtracted. That means they are not, no, they are being excluded from voting list. That is the criticism that political parties have taken up. Like in the state of Bihar, it was said that approximately 68 lakh voters were excluded, something like this. Politicization, obviously, opposition political parties have said that SIR is being used for political gains by the ruling party. Then linking with past SIR, SIR 2.0 requires mapping with the past SIR. That means you need to do what? You need to have a legacy voter list. Okay. That means you have to ensure that the SIR which was conducted last time, which was in 2002, 2005, during that period, and the current SIR that is there, it is linked. Now, what happens? Many genuine voters may face exclusion risk in absence of documents and names on previous list. If suppose they were not the voters then, and they do not have the required documents now, they will be excluded. And this may even lead to the legitimate voters being excluded from the list. So that is one of the concerns that are there. Alleged citizenship verification drive. It is said that SIR is it is NRC without taking the name of NRC. So it is, in a way, you are proving, you are verifying the citizenship of the people without naming it to be NRC. And finally, there are certain resource constraints also. You will find that there are some issues related to the BLOs, etc. What are the way forward? Machine readable format of electoral rolls, that should be prepared. It has been talked about a lot. Second, political consensus. It becomes very important that there is a political consensus that is built over it. Utilizing e-governance tools. So how can there be e-governance tools utilized for it, so that proper verification is done without any kind of political distrust. And finally, third party audits. There is a need to include third party along with the election commission conducting it for the first time, and then it being audited by the third party to ensure proper verification. Okay, these are the issues related to SIR. Thank you.